Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be doing my December favorites, and I'm going to be sharing my favorite fragrances with you, as well as favorite body care and some makeup as well. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on all things girly. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. And with that said, let's go ahead and let's get started with today's video. Let's get right into it. So first off, I'm going to start off with my favorite fragrances of the month. So the first one that I have been just in love with, I'm so happy that I got it, is the Commodity Gold. Yeah, this is the expressive one. So here is the bottle. And this fragrance right here, when I first got it, I remember I kind of described it as like a dainty type of vanilla. I feel like it kind of opens up that way where it makes me feel like it's dainty. It makes you smell kind of like an elevated, expensive vanilla type of scent, like you're luxurious and high end, and just it smells so good. But as I was wearing it, I noticed that it turns almost gourmand on me, and it almost started to smell kind of like a cookie. And I put it on one day to go out with my husband. I don't remember what it was that we were going to do, but as soon as I got in the car, that's the first thing he told me was, "You smell so good. You smell like a cookie or like a sugar cookie." So then I kind of started smelling myself, and I actually do see what he means by this is it turns into like a very sweet, sugary vanilla on my skin, and it works even when it's kind of warm here. I can still wear it because even though it's a vanilla, it's kind of airy at the same time, and it just smells so good. It's not super loud, not super beast mode. It's just something that's gonna smell really sweet vanilla, just really nice and cozy, but then you can still wear it when it's a little bit warm, and it's not going to get cloying or anything like that because it does have that airiness about it. So that is my first favorite. All right, so the next fragrance that I really loved this month was from Ariana Grande, and this is REM, which I totally love this bottle so much. It looks like a quartz crystal or something like that. But this fragrance right here, I mean, the dent is super tiny because I have been using it more recently, but this fragrance for bedtime or just for during a day when you want to smell kind of, to me, it's kind of like an aromatic fragrance. The lavender in here can lean a tiny bit unisex, but I feel like there's enough sweet kind of sugary notes in here to turn it into a feminine fragrance as well. I love this one for bedtime. I love it for casual days, for being at the house. I think that this fragrance is so good. It's just a very relaxing kind of zen type of fragrance. It's not too girly. It's not too sweet or feminine. It's not too masculine either. I just feel like it's a very aromatic, relaxing type of scent, almost like if you're at a spa or something like that. It doesn't smell too floral or too gourmand or anything like that. It just smells very comforting, relaxing, aromatic. That's kind of what I could think of to describe this fragrance. And it does have a sweet side to it. I don't remember if it was sugar that was in here or something that makes the fragrance very sweet, but it definitely works, and it's not too masculine for me or anything like that. To me, this fragrance is the right type of unisex, which is my favorite type of unisex. It's that type of fragrance where it smells feminine, but it smells kind of like if you gave your man a hug and he was just wearing like this very sexy cologne and just a tiny bit got on you. So that's kind of like the vibe that I get with this. So there's something very sweet and very nice and sugary, kind of like in the base, but it's not cloying or overwhelming. And then over that is where I get a tiny bit of like that unisex cologne type of vibe. So good. I love it so much. Now, if you are a person that despises unisex fragrances, or you just really like those super feminine fragrances, you might not like this one. But if you're okay with a unisex touch, this is beautiful. The next fragrance that I enjoyed a lot this month is one that I talked about a lot, I believe like a year ago, and then I kind of put it away and it was tucked away for a bit, but I always love to bring this out during winter time, and this is Kenzo Flower Elixir. Do I love this bottle? Absolutely not. I wish that it was not as huge, but here is the bottle. And this is the perfect fragrance if you want to smell like a powdery raspberry donut. Like, it just smells like a dessert. It's very gourmand, but it's very sexy at the same time. And My husband really likes this fragrance as well. It's so good. It's a little powdery. There's definitely like a powdery vibe in this one. It's not mature though. It still has like this fun type of vibe to it, like a little flirty vibe to it. That powdery touch kind of gives it like a sensual, warm, inviting type of feel, and it's just really nice for date night. It's nice for being with your man, cuddling, watching a movie or something. You can definitely wear this for bedtime or at home because it's more of a gourmand, soft scent, a little bit powdery, but you can also wear it for date night. You can wear it out and it's going to be beautiful. Such a beautiful fragrance. It is the perfect raspberry scent without it being too juvenile or too loud or anything like that. It is like the perfect sexy raspberry scent. And I like when scents have a little bit of fruitiness in them, but they have a nice base to kind of ground them out and kind of take away a bit of like that too much of a fruitiness. I'm not the type that enjoys that too much unless it's like summertime or something like that, but they just added the right notes in here to just make it fruity but still warm and cuddly and fluffy and soft, and just all of that mixed together. It just makes the perfect scent. It's so good. Next up, oh my god, I really have been using this fragrance this month so much. I have always loved this fragrance. It's one of my favorite fragrances, but this month it really got some love. And this is by Ariana Grande. So we have another Ariana Grande fragrance, and this is Ari. This is the perfect scent to wear with your partner, with your husband, your boyfriend, whatever. This is the perfect scent to wear with your partner. It is just so sugary, sweet, inviting to me. It's just the perfect, it's super sweet, but to me, it's kind of like the perfect amount of sweetness just to make you smell just edible and just almost like a lickable type of scent. Like I feel like when I smell this, I just want to eat my arm. It's sweet, but it's a little playful and flirty at the same time. I would say that this would be kind of like the more grown-up version of this. Like this one is if you want to be sexy, if you want to just like kill him with your sexy vibes, boom, this one is the one. And then if you want to be a little bit more playful, but you still want him to eat you all up, you still want him to hug you and just, you know, just take you all in, then you can definitely wear Ari. And I know that this video is definitely not like fragrances for men or anything like that, but that was kind of like the vibes that I was feeling all of December. I was just feeling like really flirty with these scents and just really, I wouldn't say provocative, but just flirty and just pretty and seductive, and it's very sweet, so it's nothing serious about it. I think you guys have noticed that I am not the type of person to go with like oud fragrances or like very strong amber fragrances. I know many people find those sexy. To me, a sexy fragrance is something like these. Just, you smell really good, you smell edible, you smell feminine and girly, but then you still have like that sweet touch to it that's gonna make you very provocative and just inviting. And this is just everything. I love it so much. The dent is getting bigger on this one. This is the biggest bottle of this fragrance. I did take out the little pom-pom just because it was kind of annoying me, but I saved it just in case I wanted to put it back. But out of all of the Ariana Grande fragrances, I would say that Ari is my number one. It smells so good. And what I love about this fragrance is that not only does it smell good, it lasts on me a long time, and it creates the scent bubble that I absolutely love, where any little move that I make, I'm just getting whiffs of the scent. And that to me is what makes a fragrance make it to the top of my list, is when I get that scent bubble. I don't even care much about longevity or projection. What I care about is that while I'm wearing the fragrance, I can smell it on myself and I can smell it for a while. So longevity is important, but it kind of goes hand in hand with like that bubble around me. If I can't smell it on myself, I don't want it, because I mostly wear fragrances for me. So I do like to smell good and for other people to compliment me, but that's not my goal. My goal is just to enjoy myself and how I smell. So this does that for me. So good. It's affordable. It's easy to find. Such a great one. Next up, we have one that I was wearing a lot for like days that I was running errands, days that I was just getting everything ready for my trip, and I just wanted to grab something really quickly without thinking about it, and that was Clean Reserve Skin. This fragrance right here is perfect for that, and I did get a little dent in that one as well. This fragrance is so beautiful. It's a mix of musky with a little bit of gourmand in there, but it's not too much. It just gives you a hint. I believe it's praline that's in here, but it just smells really casual, like your skin just smells really good. So the name Skin is perfect. It's a musky, just beautiful scent, second skin type of scent. There's a little bit of sweetness in here, there's a little bit of floral in here, but it's really soft. Everything is very soft. And I remember when I bought this fragrance for the first time, I returned it because I felt like it was too expensive for what it was giving me. But I was literally just spraying like 2 sprays and that was it, because that was years ago before I really started going in on the sprays with my perfumes. But then I picked it up again, and what I did was I literally just spray myself everywhere. I spray my hair, my chest, my clothes, just everywhere, and it smells so good. So I looked up the notes for this fragrance, and this fragrance has praline, musk, salt, tonka bean, and leather. Now, you guys know I'm not a fan of leather. I'm not a fan of those like really rough, strong notes. But in here, it's like a wash of those notes. So think of just a very airy, thin fragrance with those notes mixed in there, but they're very soft, they're very transparent, they're not super dense or super strong, and that's what I like about it. So it has really, really nice notes. They all play together so beautiful. The leather grounds it out so that it's not cloying, it's not too sweet, and it's just perfect. I love it so much. And then my last favorite fragrance was a shocker, because I was just not impressed by this fragrance. My review was kind of like, I didn't really feel like I was head over heels in love with this fragrance, but I think this is one that letting it sit for a month or two is like the best thing to do, and I'm loving it now, and I'm starting to pick up on those notes and those chords that everyone is kind of describing. I'm starting to get them a little bit more, and this is Burberry Her Elixir. So I'm so glad that I kept it in my collection. Now, I will say that I have been layering this with Bodycare, and I think that's what's making it work even better for me. But I will say that the Burberry Her fragrances definitely get stronger, and the notes kind of blend in more the longer they're sitting in your collection, because my original one has turned into like a powder puff ball. Like, it is so powdery to my nose, and I still love it because it's kind of like a strawberry, very girly powder scent. But if I'm not in the mood for that, the elixir just gives you more of like a syrupy vibe, a little bit more concentrated, not as fluffy or powdery, and it smells so good. Now, I do still think that it's very similar to the original, so if you have the original, you don't have to run out and get the elixir. But if you do run out of the original and you want to give this one a try, it's really, really good the longer that it sits in your collection. It's just very flirty, it's girly, it's fun, it's very pretty, and I love it so much. So in my layering combo, I'm going to share what I have been layering this fragrance with. So those are my favorite fragrances. We're gonna talk about body care, and then we're gonna talk about makeup. For body care, I don't want to share this because I don't know if it's forever gone, and I only got one, but I have really been loving the Fenty Skin Butter Drop Shimmering Whipped Oil Body Cream. So this is the limited edition one. It has like little like palm leaves on here on the packaging, and it is like a beige nude ivory color. And the scent of this, as you can see, I have been giving it love. There's a little dent going on, but this is so beautiful, and it has like gold shimmery reflex in there, which I'm usually not a fan of, but they're really tiny, and they're not too out there. They just give your skin like a little glow, and I think it's really nice, and it smells so good. It kind of just makes me think of the holiday cookies, like gingerbread cookies or like graham crackers or something like that. It just makes me think of that vibe because I think there's cinnamon in here. It's like a very warm cookie type of scent, and it just smells so good, especially for bedtime. So good. And I need to try these two layered together because I'm sure that they would smell amazing together. So I'm going to try that out very soon. But yeah, this is just so good. I don't know if the shimmer will show up, but it does have a slight like gold shimmer, and it just makes your skin look really yummy and plump. So good. And if you can't get your hands on this one because it was limited edition, try the original one because the formula is still amazing. It's one of my favorite body butters. So yeah, love these. Another one that I love so much, I use this one more for like nighttime because it is thick. This is like the type of body butter where you want to put it on and then you want to put on like some sweats and socks so that you can get that hydration, but you're not like sticking all over the place. And this is from 54 Thrones. This is the African butter, the African body butter. So I really love the packaging of this. It's so cute. It looks so luxurious. And this basically just has a bunch of things that are amazing for moisturizing your skin. I know there's shea butter in here. I was reading the back the other day just to see like what it has, and it has shea butter, it has jojoba seed oil, it has sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, vanilla, it has honey, it has squalane, which I really love as well. So it has so much good stuff for your skin to like moisturize it, and it is a thick body butter. And I'm pretty much, I think I'm like almost halfway with this one. I love this for my legs, like especially for my legs after I shave and stuff like that, but all over the body, this is amazing. I love it. And then now for makeup. So lately I have been really enjoying, like on an everyday basis, like if I'm going somewhere casual or I'm just gonna grab something to eat with my husband, I have been really loving just very simple makeup, not wearing foundation, not wearing like primer or like just taking out so many steps out of my routine. And I brought it down to like a very simple routine. So what I do is I do my brows. That's the first thing that I do. I don't do anything to my eyes, and I apply mascara. So it's just brows and mascara with a little powder on the lids just to kind of hide like any veins or unevenness or anything like that. And then I go in with a very light concealer. So the concealer that I've been loving for that type of casual day, nothing too serious, is the YSL Touche Eclat High Cover Radiant Concealer. I got this a long time ago and I kind of just had it sitting there in my collection. I got it a few months ago, not too long ago. And I feel like for a full beat type of face, this isn't the type of concealer that I would reach for, but for an everyday concealer to cover up like a little bit of darkness under the eyes, you don't want to look too done up. And since I don't put on foundation when I'm doing that type of look, I need something that will blend seamlessly into my face and you can't see like where it starts or where it ends. And this concealer does that for me. It's so good. It's brightening, it's refreshing, it's dewy under the eyes. So that's so good. So I go in with a concealer. I would say it's kind of like a medium coverage type of concealer. So good. I love it. It blends super easy on those days that I'm just trying to hurry up. So then I set my concealer with this powder, which is the LYS powder. And this is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. I've had this powder for a long time and I always reach for it here and there. But lately it's been like my go-to to set my concealer when I do those types of looks. It's just very easy to put on. It's not like one of those powders where it works one day and the next it doesn't. This just consistently sets my concealer so nice. It just gets rid of any creasing. It gives me a tiny bit more coverage, not a lot of coverage, and it just sets my eyes so good. So I love it so much. So I would do that on those types of days, and then I will go in with a blush. So I don't even put on bronzer, contour, none of that. I'll just go concealer, a little bit of powder, and then blush. And it looks so pretty. So I have 3 blushes here that I've kind of been like having on rotation this month. The first one is from MAC, and this is the blush. It's a mineralized blush in the shade Dainty, and it's just a really cute like baby doll pink type of blush, super pretty. I'm gonna see, these blushes are not like super duper pigmented, so they're really nice for like an everyday type of blush. You can definitely build it up, but it's just a very soft pink color. And the formula is really, really nice, really soft. Okay, the swatch is not gonna be the best because I did have lotion on my hands, so it darkened it a little bit. It's a little bit lighter than this. Beautiful, beautiful blush. I love it so much. I've been using that one a lot. And then I've also been using this one, which I believe the McKnight twins mentioned this blush. Yeah, and you guys know, the McKnight twins, they make me shop. Every single time that they upload a video, like a Sephora haul or something like that, I'm shopping. So they mentioned this blush from Fenty Beauty. It's not a blush, it's the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. And this is in Ginger, Binge, and Moscow Mule. And it's kind of like this cross between pink and mauve and kind of like reddish tones in there as well. It's really, really pretty. It looks lighter on the camera. It's actually a little bit darker, but this one right here has kind of like a more smooth satin finish, and then this one has like more chunky glitter in there. It's more reflective, but I use these as blush, so I'm not sure if maybe back here you can see the color of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch. Here is the one that has more like glitters. It's almost like a chrome finish on your fingers, and then here is the one that's a little bit more smooth. So there they go right there. And I'm going to do swatches as well. So these are definitely more pigmented than the MAC one. So here are the shades. So you have the one that has like the glittery, I wouldn't say glittery chunks, but it's definitely more glitter in this one. And this one is more smooth, kind of like the texture of a highlight. And on the cheeks, they are so pretty because it's not too pink, it's not too peachy. It's kind of like if you had like a natural tan type of look. So I really, really like that blush. And then I picked this one up, which is a very like intimidating color for someone of my skin tone. I think that this would look beautiful on deeper skin tones. Like it would just look stunning. But if I use it lightly and I don't go too heavy-handed with it, it's so pretty. I feel like everyone can wear this shade. You just have to be careful if you're on the lighter side. But this is from RMS Beauty, and this is a blush, and this is in the shade Hanky Panky. Look at this, you guys. Isn't this beautiful? It looks like a berry color. It almost has like purple tones in there. But this is another one that if you're heavy-handed with it and you're like my skin tone, it's gonna look like too much because this is the shade. But if you use like a softer, more fluffier brush, not a brush that's too dense, it will give you the most beautiful look. I know that I wore it for one of my recent videos. I had this blush on, but it's this one right here. So it does look deeper, it does look darker, but man, is this beautiful. I love it so much. And it's really, really nice for winter time as well because it kind of gives your cheeks like that flushed but kind of I'm cold type of look, which I know that that's kind of like trending right now, but it just gives me those vibes. All right, and then for highlight, this is a new highlight, and I went to go check on Sephora and it's already sold out. So I picked these up and I did not know that they were going to sell out so fast. But these are the new highlights from Rare Beauty. The packaging is so cute and they're already favorites for me because the formula is just amazing. So I picked up two colors. I got the Exhilarate shade, which is the more like golden color. It's like not golden. I think this is the champagne one because there is a golden color, but that one looked a little too dark for me. So this is the champagne gold color. It literally looks like liquid gold in the pan. Like it's so gorgeous. It's so reflective. And then I also got the shade Enlighten, which is like an icy color, which I love because it just makes you look really like dewy and wet and kind of like frosty. So this is the texture is so soft. It looks like it's going to be like a cream of how soft and creamy it looks, but it's a powder. So here it looks really bright, but I'm going to swatch this as well. And what I like about these is that the formula is super thin. So it's almost like it's very pigmented. You get the highlight, but the formula is just thin, 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 thin. Just a little veil over your cheeks. So it doesn't look chunky. It doesn't look powdery. Nothing like that. And then here is the champagne gold shade. And I'm going to show you now how they look. Look at that. Oh, they're so beautiful. So here we have the lighter shade. And then here is the champagne shade. Gorgeous, gorgeous highlights. If you're interested and they come back in stock, check them out because they're really, really nice. And then the last product is an eyeshadow palette that I have also been using a lot lately. And this is by Huda Beauty, and this is the Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. And these are the shades inside. Gorgeous shades. I feel like this palette for me is one that I can get so much use out of because you have dark browns, you have warm tones, you have golds, you have purpley tones in there. It's just really, really nice. So I have been using this one a lot as well. Let's swatch some shades because I forget to swatch, and swatching really helps. So I'm going to swatch Charisma, which is like a foiled gold color. This is insane. So here are just some swatches of like the lighter metallic shades. This is the really pretty one that I said has gold and silver. Beautiful to wear for like New Year's. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these. Look at these shades. The camera does not do them justice because they're just so reflective, so glittery, and just so beautiful. So you guys, that brings me to the end of the last favorites for 2022. That is crazy. We're about to start a new year. We're about to start a new year. I'm super excited. I'm hoping that 2023 is a little bit more gentle, a little bit more kind, that all of our goals are met, that we just get a little bit of a break. I feel like life lately has been just so crazy and so much going on. So hoping and praying for an amazing 2023. I am pre-filming, but I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Hopefully I will be uploading this before January. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.